How can I set Excel to always import all columns of CSV files as text? Though I try to avoid it, I occasionally have to open a CSV file in Excel. When I do, it formats columns containing numbers, which makes them useless for my purposes. As far as I can tell, the only way to prevent this from happening on import is to rename the file so the extension isn't CSV and use the import wizard to specify the format of each column individually. For files with 50 to 60 columns, this is impractical. Since every answer for this oft-asked question on the internet suggests either some means of converting the formatted numbers back once the file is open, which won't work for me, I want to solve the general problem, not a few specific cases, or manually selecting the format type of each column, which I don't want to do. I'm looking for a way to set a global preference or style such that all columns of all CSV files opened are always formatted as text. I know about armoring the numbers with quotes, too, but the files I get don't come like that, and I was hoping to avoid having to pre-process the files so Excel doesn't screw them up. Is there a way to do specifically this? Always format all columns in opened CSV files as text, without manually selecting each column every time during import? I'm using Excel 2003, but I'll take answers for 2007 if that's what you know.
This works. Usage. Comma-separated file is now open as Excel sheet with all columns formatted as text. Note that at Wetmelon's wizard solution works just fine, but if you're opening many files then you may, like me, grow weary of, each time, scrolling to column 60 in order to shift-click it. Edit Exerg states in the comment below that this doesn't work and eats spaces and leading zeros. I'll just quote the comment to the question, which is more descriptive. For reasons unknown, even if you explicitly provide formats for all columns in the, Excel will ignore it if the file extension is CSV. As soon as you change the extension, that same code will yield the correct results. So the code above works, but gets killed by this ridiculous Excel behavior. Whichever way you cut it, you're stuck having to change the extension to something other than CSV, sorry. After that, you're home free.
How to open CSVs in Excel. Good way. Excel data get external data, select all columns with shift and choose text. Upside, treats all values correctly as text without any exception. Downside, more steps than a simple double click. Bad way. Open a CSV with double click or Excel's open with dialog. Downside, Excel's internal CSV handler misinterprets values with a leading or equals sign as a formula rather than text. Downside, you will lose leading zeros from binary values like 0001 due to Excel's auto-detected column format. Good way, for VA. Use query tables, the VA counterpart to get external data, example code. Upside, treats all values correctly as text without any exception. Downside, slightly more code than OpenText method. Bad way, for VA. Use workbooks.opentext method example code. Downside, This method is still using Excel's internal CSV import handler with all its flaws. Downside, additionally, the field info parameter of OpenText is ignored if the extension is CSV. Normally, this parameter lets you choose every column format, but not if the extension is CSV. You can read more about this behavior on Stack Overflow. Temporarily renaming the source extension from CSV to text and then back to CSV is a valid workaround if you have full control over the source file. Additional methods. If you have access to the source which creates your CSV, you can alter the CSV syntax. Enclose every value with double quotation marks and prefix an equals sign like equals 00001 or prepend a tab to every value. Both ways will force Excel to treat the value as text. Original CSV content. CSV in Excel when opened via double-click. Note how line 2, double quote method, and line 3, tab method, are not changed by Excel. Open CSV in Notepad and copy and paste all values to Excel. Then use data, text to columns. Downside, text in columns for changing column formats from general back to text produces inconsistent results. If a value contains a, surrounded by characters, for example equals E1S1, Excel tries to split that value up into more than one column. Values located right to that cell may get overwritten. The behavior of text to columns was changed somewhere between Excel 2007 and 2013, so it doesn't work anymore. Excel add-in to open CSVs and import all values as text. This is an Excel plugin to simplify CSV import actions. The main advantage, it's a one-click solution and uses query tables, the same bulletproof method behind Get External Data. It adds a new menu command to Excel which lets you import CSV and text files. All values are imported to the active sheet starting at the currently selected cell. Excel add-in are available for all Office versions on Windows and Mac. The whole add-in has only 35 lines of code. Check the commented source code if you are curious. The used CSV list separator, comma or semicolon, is taken from your local Excel settings. Encoding is set to UTF-8. Installation. Download the add-in and save it to your add-ins folder, %data%\Microsoft\add-ins. Open Excel and activate the add-in, File tab Options Add-ins go to, and select Import XVA. Enable the macros. File tab Options Trust Center Settings Macros Settings Enable all macros. Restart Excel. You'll notice a new menu bar entry called Add-ins and you use this button to quickly open your CSV files without going through the hassle of the import dialog. PowerShell script to open CSVs directly from Windows Explorer. You can use a PowerShell script to open CSV files and automatically pass them to Excel. The script silently uses Excel's text import method, which treats values always as text and, as a bonus, handles UTF-8 encoding. Create a new text file and paste the below script. A commented version can be found here. Save it somewhere like C column /my/folder/myscript.ps1. Note the extension .ps1. Open your CentOS folder via winner, shell column CentOS, enter. Create a new shortcut via right-click New Shortcut and paste this line. Don't forget to change the path to your own one where you've put your script. Name the shortcut, for example, Excel. %systemroot%/system32 /Windows /v1.0 /PowerShell.exe no profile non-interactive Windows style hidden file C:/my/folder/myscript.ps1. Now you can select multiple CSVs and open them in Excel via right-click CentOS Excel.
You can try by opening a XLSX first, then creating a data connection and importing the CSV. Select comma delimited, then select the option to treat all columns as text rather than general. Edit. Oh, I didn't fully read the question. In Import Wizard, select the first column header that you want to import as text, scroll to the final column header, and Shift+click the header. Then select the text radial option.
Wetmelon's suggestion works, even with CSV, if you do the following. Open Excel to a blank workbook or worksheet. Click to Data and GT, get external data, from text. Use the text import wizard as Wetmelon describes, comma deleted, select the first column, Shift+click the last column, set everything to text. I know it is more steps, but at least it lets me open CSVs this way without having to change the extension.
Microsoft Excel